Hello and welcome back to another little dev blog thing. Right now I don't really have any actual real solid changes to be showing off. It's just some experiments I've been doing with different concepts and stuff to kind of like better structure my code and to experiment with some things that we need later on. So first off, we'll boot it up to remind you what we had last time, which is just a flat plane of cubes that can be generated in either in all three dimensions. I can make this thicker, wider, longer, or I can just leave it about this size, which gets us good FPS. All the cubes are being mashed together into a single model and rendered on screen. That's why we're getting such good FPS compared to the old version. However, we still have the issue of having all of the sides of the cubes being rendered. So that's something I'm going to be working on later, but for now, I've implemented the ability to create Perlin noise into our code. So we're going to go ahead and enable our little Perlin noise function here, and we're going to set this to 0.1 so we can create a straight solid line of cubes and show off just kind of the sweeping motion of how Perlin noise works. So I'm not entirely sure how it works on an algorithm level. Ooh, what's the problem here? Well, that line in the middle is not supposed to be here, but actually shows as a good visual aid. So Perlin noise, the idea of Perlin noise is that it's random generation. It chooses random numbers based on, I don't want to say a pattern, but kind of like an algorithm that makes it feel more natural. So as you can tell, there's randomness here from point A to point B, but they all seem to like stay in the same grouping. So they're level and kind of sweeping. Right now we're only generating something on one axis. I know why this is here, by the way. It's because I didn't disable the ability to create the straight line. So, but it's okay. So let's disable that real fast. Let's get rid of the straight lines. Do it again. There you go. Here's our curvy line. You can see it's the same. I haven't figured out how to make seeds and stuff work yet. Right now it's just going to be the same random generation. So yeah, the whole idea is you can make random terrain with this. It's not fitted together properly yet, but that's not the point. So we're going to make this smaller again because this does lag quite a bit. And we're going to go ahead and generate on both the X and the Z axis. And what we'll get is some nice hills. Look at that. I wouldn't want to use these. This isn't exactly what I want to generate, but the whole idea is we are using Perlin noise to create hills, semi-random hills. This isn't, I'm going to need to tweak the code a lot to make it generate the way I want. The whole idea is I know how to do this now. It looks real cool, I have to admit, and I'm really proud that I made this all from scratch. Of course, I used Perlin's algorithm, of course, the Java implementation. He has a special one he wrote for just for Java. Let's try to make it bigger real fast. Increasing the Y value doesn't work right now. Actually, a lot of the cubes end up overlapping, which kind of defeats the whole purpose. So let's increase this to like 10 by 5, because I want more of this terrain. Before we can make areas that are terrains that are too big, very big, though, I'm gonna have to fix the whole like rendering problem, which is all the sides of the cubes rendering and the fact that all the cubes ever made are loaded into one object on one model. We obviously want only the cubes on screen to be rendered into a model, because that drastically reduces the amount of cubes. But for now, this is actually some like pretty decent like hills. So if I understand right, how games like Minecraft and even Terraria work is they have multiple levels of Perlin noise. They're called octaves, and you have larger octaves that determine like larger geographical shapes like cliffs and stuff, and you have smaller ones that smooth it out. And then there's something called LARP, or I'm going to pronounce it wrong, so let's just call it LARP. LARP smooths it out and makes everything look better. For now, though, we just got this for looks. We got some hills and slopes, and it looks awfully synthetic, but it still somehow keeps like a natural feel to it. And syntheticness is probably because all I have is gray and green cubes. And the only reason I have two different colors is because when you make it all one color, it just tends to blend together because I don't have any actual textures yet. Maybe we'll work on that soon, but I don't think it's really necessary. This isn't supposed to be like a Perlin noise test. This is eventually just going to be a voxel engine. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. If you stuck around until the end, I suggest checking out this stuff. It's pretty fun. And I'm really excited to show Sarah, but she's busy right now. So I'll have to wait till she's not. And thanks for watching, and I'll